get it. Justin Jefferson might murder our secondary, but every number one receiver is going to murder our secondary this season, so that shouldn't matter. Like, get used to it. Get used to the opposing team's number one receiver murdering our secondary. That's fine, but we should still win the game. All right, look, it's week 1. It's finally here, and it's time to break the game down. Now, I like to operate under a cycle of truths, okay? I like to call it the Fisk vicious cycle of truths. So, if I'm to believe the Giants can go to the playoffs, if I'm to believe the Giants can win 10 games, then that would make them a good team. And good teams win at home. Good teams at home shouldn't be getting 2 points. Good teams at home do not lose to Sam Darnold, okay? So if I'm going to operate under the assumption that the Giants are going to win anywhere between 8 to 11 games, let's say that, anywhere between 8 to 11 games, right? Then week 1 at home, Giants 100 opener, all the legends and all the atmosphere that's going to be around these. This should be a slam dunk. Sam Darnold, come on. That horrible secondary in Minnesota, this should be a slam dunk for the Giants. If all these things are to be true. Because the thing is, if the Giants lose to the Vikings at home, I think the season's over. And I know this may be dramatic, but you got to think of the energy, the bad vibes, the tone it sets for the season. If we can't beat Sam Darnold at home with all the talent we have on defense, with Brian Dable calling the plays, with Daniel Jones being healthy, added addition of Malik Neighbors, that sets a horrible tone for the season, kind of like last year in Dallas. Okay, last year, Dallas comes to MetLife. Giants' confidence was at an all-time high. We are a losing franchise. I know we got the 4 Super Bowls, 1 Super Bowl a decade. I get that. But I've been on YouTube for 8 years, and I've only covered a playoff game twice. That was the boat trip and Super Saiyan 8 Daniel Jones shitting on Minnesota. That's it. That's it. So for the most part, we are a losing franchise for the last decade. So for our confidence to be as high as it was going into the season last year, when we got shut out 40-0 by Dallas, it killed us. It busted our bubble. It gave us a reality check. It held the mirror up, and we didn't recover for a month. We really didn't start playing good football until Daniel Jones got hurt? I know we bounced back and we beat Arizona, but we shouldn't have beat Arizona. You know what I'm saying? Brian Dable had to take over the play calling in the second half, and we beat Arizona. But at the same, and we're going to get back to Brian Dable taking over for Arizona. We're going to get back to that. But the thing is, I just that week 1 loss, I feel like it just set the tone for the whole season. And I think losing at home to Sam Darnold will set a bad tone for the season. We cannot lose to Sam Darnold at home. And I know Minnesota Viking fans are probably thinking the same thing. We can't lose to Daniel Jones. Well, you just lost to Daniel Jones in a playoff game. And he didn't have Malik Neighbors. He didn't have Wan'Dale Robinson because he tore his ACL. He didn't have Jalen Hyatt. He didn't have a good offensive line. So Daniel and Brian Dable wasn't calling plays. So Daniel Jones already showed you he could be a better version of this Minnesota team when it matters most. Kirk Cousins ain't walking through that door. You feel me? What's that running back? That prime Dalvin Cook. Prime Dalvin Cook ain't walking through that door. So, like, I don't understand why people think that the Giants should lose this game. I don't understand why we're getting 2 points at home. It makes no sense to me. So, obviously, if you're going to go against the spread, take the Giants plus the 2. Me, personally, I'm just going to play the Giants money line. I think you're getting plus 100, plus 110 or something like that on the Giants money line. Hopefully it goes the 3 points before kickoff, because if it goes to 3 points before kickoff, we'll be getting plus 120, plus 130. So that's what I'm hoping for. But for the most part, Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, Bobby Akirike. Come on, man. Y'all need to be making Sam Darnold see ghosts. You know he don't like playing in MetLife. Sam Darnold's worst nightmare is playing in MetLife. So I don't see how. I mean, I get it. Justin Jefferson might murder our secondary, but every number one receiver is going to murder our secondary this season. So that shouldn't matter. Like, get used to it. Get used to the opposing team's number one receiver murdering our secondary. That's fine. But we should still win the game. Like I said, last year we led the league in turnovers. All right, so the Giants, okay, let me rephrase that. The Giants had the best turnover, how do I word this shit? The Giants committed the fewest turnovers and created the most turnovers. Somebody in the comment section can tell me what that stat is. Turnover differential. The Giants had the best turnover differential in the league last year. What I mean is we didn't commit turnovers, but we made the other team turn the ball over all the time. So the Giants are not a sloppy, uncoached team. We don't beat ourselves. Well, the Buffalo game, we beat ourselves. Tyrod Taylor cost us 2 games, bro. If Tyrod Taylor just hands the ball to Saquon versus Buffalo, we probably win that game. And then if Tyrod Taylor doesn't overthrow the ball on the goal line, we beat the Rams. Tyrod Taylor might be a bump. I'm sorry. He might be trash. And then the Jets game, we ain't kicked the damn field. Okay, so it's not out the realm of possibility that we beat ourselves, but it won't be because of turnovers. Okay, it won't be because of that. And now, speaking of turnovers, that was with a conservative Mike Kafka offense. With Brian Dable taking over the play calling, we might get a little sexy out there. We might want to get the handcuffs and the whips and get kinky in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Mike Kafka is plain missionary, doggy style. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to start off, you're going to kiss your girl, you're going to get on top, you're going to do some missionary, you're going to turn her ass over, bang, 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 bang. That's Mike Kafka. It's regular, boring sex. Okay? Dable, that's some other shit. Okay? We're going to have a girl in different positions. We're going to have her hands behind her back. We're going to push her in the headboard. We're going to do some shit. We're going to choke her. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a little bit kinky. We're going to get the handcuffs. All right, we're gonna get the little toys and stuff like that. We're gonna stroke it. We're gonna get the little zzz. We're gonna get kinky in the bedroom with the Brian Dable offense. And with the kinky offense, might cause turnovers because Brian Dable is going to push the ball. It's not gonna be dick and dunk, dick and dunk, dick and dunk. Well, Saquon ain't here no more, so we ain't gotta worry about handing it to Saquon. But I expect the second half of Arizona, like I told you a few minutes ago, we was going to get back to this. The second half of the Arizona game, Daniel Jones bombing it to Hyatt, bombing it to Darren Waller. Like, didn't Saquon catch a bomb down the field off a wheel route in that game too? So I expect the offense to push the ball. I expect fireworks from this Giants offense with Brian Dable calling the plays. And if we could get out to a lead on Sam Darnold, the game is over. If the Giants go up by 10 to 14 points on Minnesota on Sunday, the game is over. Because Sam Darnold's going to see ghosts. Kayvon, Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence can pin their ears back and go get the quarterback. That's the strength of the Giants is our front seven at defensive line. The Giants have to get off to a fast start. We have to get a lead, and we have to let our defense rush the passer. That is our recipe for success. If we can manage to do that, we're going to win a lot of ball games. And we just are. So, let me see. Anything else? Malik Neighbors, take his over props. Okay, take Malik Neighbors over in yards. And take Malik Neighbors over in catches. I will go over on Daniel Jones' yards. I don't know what Daniel Jones' prop is, but I will go over on his yards. I would definitely do that. And Sam Darnold's going to turn the ball over. So if there's a prop for Sam Darnold as far as turnovers go, like I said, I've looked at the spreads. So I know the spreads for Sunday, but I'm still betting baseball. So on the day-to-day basis, I'm still kind of focused on baseball. I haven't really looked at any of the player props for Sunday, but unless Malik Neighbors' number is outrageous, he's going over. Daniel Jones, they think he sucks, so you're probably going to get a good number on Daniel Jones. Play the over. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a good day on Sunday, fellas. I got the Giants winning. Because our defense is garbage. But Sam Darnold garbage, too. I got the Giants winning 31-21. I think that's a big 31-21 Giants. I think it's going to be a lot of points. I think the Giants get some kind of turnover, a pick six, a fumble for off Sam Darnold. I think it's 31-21 or 28-17. I do think we win by 2 possessions, though. But I'm going to go 31-21 Giants. Start the year off right. Get some good karma going in the building. And set the tone. I repeat, set the tone. Like when Dable beat Tennessee 2 years ago, that set the tone for the season. We need to do that on Sunday, okay? That's it, that's all. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. Drop FUs in the comments if you're rocking with me. And stay vicious. Dismiss.